Alright, I'm back. Salakia for that. See a few Aquaf that do listen and learn. You few Aquaf, you few Israelites that do listen and learn and believe. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you as well, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You could bond, consist, and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High Yahweh and His only begotten Son, who the world can be called JC, Yahweh Shah. Alright, Salakia for that. I'm gonna play this clip. Oops.
City reporting more than 15,000 new COVID cases this week. That's more than Arizona, Massachusetts, Georgia, or Virginia. Now, Chicago's mayor is taking dramatic action, issuing a 30-day stay-at-home advisory starting this Monday. Lori Lightfoot is pleading with residents to remain at home except for essential activities and urging people not to host any gatherings at all, including over Thanksgiving.
And while this is tough, and of course this whole year has been tough, we must tell you, you must cancel the normal Thanksgiving plans. We could see 1,000 more Chicagoans die from this virus by the end of the year.
Across the Midwest, infections and hospitalizations are breaking records. Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana are now reporting a new coronavirus case every 4 seconds on average. A growing number of conservative governors from Utah to Iowa are issuing mask mandates for the first time.
The virus is present in all of our communities, and all of us can help stop its spread.
This wave of new infections is striking the coast, too. California becoming the second state after Texas to hit the 1 million mark for COVID cases. Testing lines in Connecticut stretching for blocks. Schools in New York City and Philadelphia are weighing whether to cancel in-person classes and go back to all virtual. Schools in Detroit are already taking that step.
This is kind of like standing on the beach and watching the hurricane slowly roll towards you.
At Beaumont Hospital in Michigan, which treats more COVID patients than any place in the state, staff members like Erin Fusen are overwhelmed.
How can I help you today?
She has the heartbreaking task of telling family members of COVID patients they're not allowed to visit. Now she's personally facing that same agony. Her dad contracted the virus. Like so many, the only way they can see each other is over video chat.
We just need to worry about your breathing right now. I haven't seen him in almost 2 weeks. My family's very close, so it's tough.
Oh, it's tough for so many.
So there it is, man. You see? Now, okay, your so-called, giving, which is really Thanksgiving, which I'm gonna get an article going into that. Okay, the Lord is literally stripping the mirth out of Babylon the Great, man, aka America, man. You see, this place is through, man, and you people through. All right, you people that love this play for this place to continue through. So let me get an article. Right? Dark history. Let me type that up. Alright. Let me see. Alright. So let me get this article. I actually get this one, right? It says, here's the true and bloody story behind the origins of Thanksgiving. All right, all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that celebrate, this holiday, okay? Check this out. It says this holiday does not have a friendly Salaki. This holiday does not have as friendly a history as many people believe. Quite the contrary, the dark history of Thanksgiving is surrounded by tales of blood, brutality, and slaughter. All right. It says the origins of Thanksgiving, like with most other traditional festivities, right, are rooted in old pagan rites. Halloween, Valentine's Day, you see, your birthday, all these just different things, all these have some sort of pagan, God tied behind it, man. And the elites, they're doing it on purpose, especially towards you Israelites, because what does the scripture say? That thou shalt make no covenant with the heathen and nor with their gods, man. and you celebrate, you as a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and it's like, man, you celebrating that, okay, is you basically worshiping another god, man. You see? That's spiritual fornication right there, but spiritual adultery, right? It says the holiday has its earliest source in ancient customs found throughout the globe that allocated a day of giving thanks for a successful harvest and the fortunes or blessings of the previous year. More specifically, however, it is often said that the current American tradition of Thanksgiving dates back to the establishment of the Plymouth colony in what today is Massachusetts in 1620. You know, it says most schools teach that Thanksgiving was born when some English religious dissenters, the Pilgrims, you know, these devils, but it says were struggling to settle in Plymouth and were warmly received by friendly local Native Americans, you know, the tribe of Gad, man, Israelites as well of the Northern Kingdom, right? From the Wampanoag tribe who taught them how to survive in the New World. To celebrate their success and to honor each other, everyone got together and threw an affectionate feast in which the pilgrims showed their gratitude. That sounds like a lovely story, right? And that's what they tell you, you know. The so-called Native, Americans, our people sat down with these devils, and they had a nice big feast, right? But it falls way short of showing the whole picture. As we mentioned before, celebrations meant to give thanks for the harvesting season, which mostly fall around the same dates. It says were plentiful and very much before the Pilgrim story. It's hard to pinpoint a single event as the actual birth of the contemporary version of the holiday. Other settlers in Virginia celebrated their arrival with an annual Thanksgiving Day since 1619. You know what happened in 1619? Okay, the Southern Kingdom, you so-called Negroes, the Negro, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, y'all were brought over here, man. You see? For example, decades before, some Spanish settlers in the colonies got together yearly with the Seloy tribe for a friendly feast. Yet others believe Thanksgiving truly began when, in 1637, Massachusetts colony governor John Winthrop declared a day to give thanks for the fact that colonial soldiers had recently slaughtered over 700 members of the Pequot tribe, including women and children in Connecticut, man. So how demonic is that, man? You giving thanks, to some dudes, some cowards, as I'm gonna call them, to slaughter 700 people of the tribe, our people, including women and children, man. Children, you see. But this is a society that, that's down, with that type of activity, man. The sacrificing the children, man. All right. But Thanksgiving is not about what they told you in this society, man. It's not about what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, told you. It's really, okay, for one, like it says, it goes back to a pagan god, all right? Then it is really celebrating the destruction, of our people, man. All right? So if you were Israelite and you celebrating this, you celebrating your own demise, man. And let me get this. Because like you say, it started off as a, they so-called was at peace with each other, but what does the scripture say? Psalms 55, and 20, which I should have got reading the article, but it's all good, though. This is Psalms 55 and 19, actually. Actually, you know what? And 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with them. He had broken his covenant. And Esau, that's what he did. Okay, in this scenario, man. Okay, he so-called came over to the New World. That's what they were calling it at the time, right? Gad was there, Reuben probably had a little bit of Reuben, They showed them, Gad showed you devils, how to live off the land. They didn't even know how to live off the land. But you see, it's funny. Now Esau is trying to teach you how to live. See, when they came over, they didn't know nothing, man. And Gad taught them a little something, all right? And what did they do? They turned around and slaughtered them, man. Says he had broken his covenant. That's what he did, man. Because 400 or 500 treaties was made, created, okay, when the scenario played out, and they broke every single last one of them, man. You see, Isaiah 26 and 10, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet shall you not learn righteousness. You see, He shall deal unjustly, man. That's what he does. You see? There's no, like it says in Obadiah, you know, 1:7. It says, what does it say? How the other nations, they were confederate against thee. They that were confederate against thee are now against thee. You know, they have laid a wound on thee, and there is no understanding, man. You can't find this man out. It's damn if you do and damn if you don't with this devil, man. Alright? It says the words of his mouth were smooth than butter, right? But war was in his heart, and the war was in their heart, from Pilgrim's heart, you see? In them devils' heart, okay, when they saw Gad, man. They just knew how to play it off, you see? And play it off for a period of time. Wait till Gad, you know, got soft and let their guard down, and they went ham on him, man. His words were soft than oil, yeah, with they drawn swords, man. That's exactly what happened. And this is another account. And hold on. Right. But same spirit that Antiochus came in with them tax collectors. You see? Tax. Alright. So bear with me right quick while I find this scripture. Let me see. Let me try First Maccabees. I think it's the 3rd chapter. Nah, it's not the 3rd chapter. Hold on. Hold on, let me try type in tribute. That's what I wanted to type in. So bear with me. Salakia. Right? There it is. Alright, so it was actually the 1st chapter, alright? So this is what these devils did with our people. It's the same MO they always use, man. Alright? This was after, you know, he slaughtered a lot of our people for keeping the Sabbath. You know, they defiled the temple. Alright? Speaking of the Greeks, you know, these devils. But this First Maccabees, you know, because you had Alexander, then he fell sick and died, and then you had Antiochus, man. But I'm gonna get to the point. This is First Maccabees. Let me see. In 28, right? I'll start there. It says the land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute onto the cities of Judah. So he was coming to collect, you know, payment, money, right? Who came onto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore, and destroyed much people of Israel, man. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side, man. So this is nothing new. Okay, what happened to the tribe of Gad? They've been doing that, man. That didn't just start when they came to America and did what they did to Gad, and then what you so-called Negroes. No, it's been happening, man. It's been happening for generations, man. This is the same, characteristic of your enemy, man. Esau, Edom, man. All right, it's all deceit, man. That peace talk, that love talk that he took is all deceit. All right, especially when it comes to you tribes, man. It's all. Let me get that right. Like that article said, blood, bloodshed, man. That's what this man's about. Okay, John, 10:10? The thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. That's what he's all about. All right. Bear with me. All right. But he has you, yearly celebrating this bullshit holiday, man. And you tribes, which don't get me wrong, before I came to the truth, I used to celebrate Thanksgiving, but I was ignorant of what it really stood for, man. All right. Now that I know, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Now let's say, you got your peoples, they celebrating Thanksgiving, you see, and your family want to bring you food, but you're not trying to go over there and celebrate with them. Now, is it okay, if they bring you food and you eat the food, but you just don't celebrate? Yeah. All right. But just sit there and literally celebrate it, that's something different, man. You out your damn mind, man, as an Israelite, you see? This Nahum 3:1 says, woe to the bloody city. What is that bloody city talking about? America, man. This land mass is filled with the blood of what? The saints. You see? The Israelites, man. All right, like it says in the book of Revelations, man. That's all this land is built on. It's on blood, man. All right? It is full of lies, and robbery, man. All these holidays you celebrate, you think you celebrating it for one thing, and it mean a whole nother thing. And not only does it mean a whole nother thing, it means, the destruction of our people, man. See, his statues, the movies that he put out, these different, like blackface, these just different things is all, mocking us as a nation, man, and our demise. That's what it's all about, man. But he has you believing, no, you're celebrating it for this. You're going to war, with other countries for no reason, because it's for the cause and safety of America, man. It's all lies, man, and robbery, because you stole America. America's stolen property to this day. Right now, America is stolen property. All right? He killed off, decimated a majority of Gad. All right? Brought you Southern Kingdom over here, you so-called Negroes, had you built this place up. And, for generation after generation, people has thinking, this man has built an incredible empire, and it was all righteous. Nah, man. He robbed this way to get what he got, man. All right? The prey departeth not. And who's the prey? The Israelites, man. We still in your hands, man. You see? We still in your hands. All right? Let me get that. All right. It's Jeremiah 50. And 33. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shah of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, which is what? The southern and the northern kingdom. All the tribes were oppressed together. Who we being oppressed by, man? That eagle. All right? Esau, Edom, man. And the other nation, but chiefly Esau, Edom. And all that took them captives, held them fast. They refused to let them go. And we still in your hands, man. All right? We still in your hands. That's evidence right in your face. We're evidence that you still, we're evidence just us being in this land, just us still having to work for you. It's evidence that you have us in captivity, man. Okay, don't matter what type of toys or gifts you give Jake, you still have us in captivity, man. All right, and the Lord, He's fitting the Let me just get Habakkuk, right? This is This whole chapter is good. You know, I've been getting it a lot lately. It's just like I say, what time it is, right? I'll read this whole chapter. Not the whole chapter. I'm gonna read up to the 4th verse, right? This is Habakkuk 2:4 says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not right in him." Whose soul? Esau, Edom. Okay, this man's not right, man. This man is completely, he's vile, all right? He's insane, he's crazy, all right? And he's the devil. That's what he is. All right? All of you. You are Edomites, man. Ain't no such thing as a good Edomite. All of you are the devil. It says, but the just shall live by his faith, because in order for us to get delivered out, it's going to take faith, man. Okay, it's going to take a miracle to be delivered out this man's hand, because what? He's been given dominion by the Most High, by the way, Yahweh, okay, over the whole earth, man. So, by faith, you know, you shall move a mountain. And what does a mountain represent? A government. And this by through the faith of the elect and the believers of Yahweh by Shema Shah, all right, well, what? We're moving this mountain. This man's going down now, all right? But it says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, which is philosophies, he is a proud man. And one of those wines is what? Getting you people on a yearly, you know, to celebrate these pagan holidays, man. These wicked so-called holidays. I'll put it that way, all right? That's a part of his wine. It's all a lot of things, man, all right? LGBTQ, all right? Adultery, you know, women, liberation, all these things, all his wine, man. And people have been made drunk off it. People believe that this is the end all be all and this is the way things should be, you know? But it's not the thing, man. It says he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. All right? And you know this is him to a T. He's in everybody's land, you know, stealing their resources, you know, polluting the people, you know, with his so-called customs. You see? This man to a T, but God onto him all nations, and he put onto him all people. So not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay, which the word for thick clay is avatya, which is what? Debt. And this country is what? $27 trillion in the hole, man. And that's good, man. All right? Everybody's on debt, so now people are so far in debt they can't really do nothing. They can't buy anything. So what's this doing? It's further collapsing the American economy, and that's beautiful, man. All right, because all these things that, all these riches that America has, that you Edomites have, is all stolen goods, man. All robbery. So they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee in the wake, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, which that's what, you know, different spoils, man. You know, riches. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's blood and for the vines of the land of the city and of all that dwell therein, man. All right? The Lord's going to put the spirit on these other nations as he's doing now. For one, they're departing, okay, from your treaties. And they what? They're coming together and preparing, okay, to destroy America, man. Through this Third World War, man. All right? And real soon, the Lord's going to raise his men up, his elect. And we're going to get busy, man. And what is it saying in Jeremiah 30:16? You know? For they that spoil thee, they shall be a spoil, man. You know? Just how you spoil, you know, our people, you're going to be a spoil, man. The table's going to turn. The rabbit is going to get the gun. All right? Woe to him that covet an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and that sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it, man. Okay, when Cain slew Abel, Cain was you Edomites, all right? Your forefathers, right? When he slew Abel, and the Most High asked Cain where Abel was, he lied. You know, he tried to say, my brother's keeper, but guess what? Abel's blood was crying onto the ground, man. And it's the same thing now. All the Israelites that's been slain, you know, once they go up in the spirit world, they're crying as well for this place to go down. And it's happening. You see? Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. All right. It says, woe, destruction unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bile to him and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness, man. You got our people celebrating basically their own demise, man. Okay, Christmas, you see, Thanksgiving, You know, Halloween, all these wicked holidays. You got our people celebrating. And if you really looking deep down into it, you know, Columbus Day, you know, you got the 4th of July, all these different holidays that you got our people celebrating, and they don't even realize that they're celebrating their own demise, man. Okay, when they go to school, you have to be forced to learn about your forefathers and what they did, basically, you know, destroying and conquering our people and wickedness. You see? Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory, man. This is just more shameful spewing on your glory, man. All right? Let me get this. This is Amos. All right? End it off on this. Amos 5, right? It's Amos, not 5. It's actually 8. Salakia. All right. Amos 8 and